Today I'm going to be reviewing the best inflatable paddleboard on the market, and that board is my very own. By the end of this video, I'm going to let you know why this would be a great choice if you're in the market for buying a new inflatable paddleboard. Not only is my board an inflatable stand-up paddleboard, but you can transform it into a kayak. That's right, a portable kayak. Niphean's unique center glide wing fin sets this board apart from all other brands. The fin is going to provide stability, and it's going to keep you on a straight line. This board is incredible. Pack it up, throw it on your back, or put it into a small car. It's tough, it's durable, and it's versatile. Stick around as I break down the specs and review my very own inflatable paddleboard model. The best inflatable paddleboard you can buy. Let's get started. I just got everything out of the box. Now it's time to reveal the board. I'm stoked. Let's see how this thing looks inflated. Before I inflate it, I want to run through what you get with this package because I think it's really important. You're gonna get a traveling bag, which is very convenient for transportation. You're gonna get an air pump, and I really love these colors. I think I like them because I'm the one that designed it. You're gonna get 4 fins. Now I'm gonna get into this a little bit later and why the center fin is important. You're gonna get a leash, a repair kit, a cell phone waterproof holder, and you're gonna get a cup holder, which you can also put your cell phone in. My board also comes with a 3-piece paddle. This is going to be convenient for travel and storage. And if you decide to upgrade, you can turn this paddle into a kayak paddle. Let me demonstrate. Niphean's unique center glide wing fin sets this board apart from all other brands. The fin is going to provide stability, and it's going to keep you on a straight line. This board is also going to come with a 2+1 fin setup for the back. If you're going to use this board in the ocean, I recommend removing the glide wing fin. Another great reason to buy this paddleboard. You can adjust the fin system depending on what activity you're doing. On the top deck, you're going to get multiple D-rings to strap down accessories like the kayak seat. You're going to get 2 bungee strap downs for gear, grab handles, and a beautiful traction pad deck. You're also going to get a mount for a cup holder, a cell phone holder, and you can mount your action camera to the front. Already, this board is impressing me. Let's go ahead and test it out. The first place I want to test this board out is the ocean. All right, here comes a wave.
Okay, it's held up really well in the ocean. I'm actually surprised that I was able to catch a wave with this board.
Not only was I able to catch some waves, but overall, I think my board did very well in these conditions. I removed the center glide wing fin because I wanted to get easier turning capabilities and actually catch a wave. But if you're not interested in catching waves, you can put the fin back in because it's going to keep you more stable. The paddle really held up too. I was paddling hard and I had a few wipeouts. So far, my board is really impressing me.
Next, let's test out the stability and speed of my board compared to another brand's board. In the middle of the river, there's a buoy, so let's see how fast we can get around it. I really think this is another way of testing out the capabilities of my board. All right, let's put it to the test. Okay, that was pretty intense. Final scores, Rock Outdoors 226 and Niphean coming in at 209. I actually raced this a couple of times just to get some good data, and my board won every single time, and I was really trying with both boards. I think that center glide wing fin really helped out. With the Rock Outdoor board, I just felt a little unstable with the little bit of wind we have, and the water has a little bit of chop to it, but the Niphean just seemed to cut right through. Going around the buoy, I did take a little bit more time with the Niphean, and I felt like the Rock Outdoors did turn a little bit quicker, and it was a little bit more responsive, but with that, you're not gonna get stability. It might have taken just a little bit longer to paddle around the buoy with the Niphean, but it was way easier to keep a straight line, and I felt way more stable with the Niphean. Next, let's go ahead and test it out in the bay. I'm gonna be dealing with open water conditions and wind, so we're gonna see the real capabilities of my paddleboard.
The inflatable seat attachment and kayak paddle do not come with the board. However, they are great additions for beginners and experienced paddlers alike. If you choose to buy them, I think they'll be a great addition to your paddleboard.
This is the first time I put a seat on an inflatable paddleboard, and I must say, it's really comfortable. I'm leaning all the way back, and it's not even budging. One thing I noticed right away is that the center glide wing fin keeps you nice and straight, just like it would if you were paddleboarding, but even more so when you're kayaking. I think that's gonna be a big difference between other brands. If they offer a kayak attachment like Niphean does, I bet you those other brands don't have a center glide wing fin like Niphean does. That's gonna make a big difference. This kayak attachment really opens up a realm of possibilities. And let me ask you, how many kayaks out there can you do this on? Stand up. Not many.
I have tested out the strength, durability, and versatility of this board. I have tested this board in the ocean, the river, and the open water on the bay. I have also put this board through a speed and stability test compared to other brands. All in all, the capabilities and flexibility that this board offers are truly amazing. And the best part is, you can break it down and bring it anywhere you want. It's also very convenient for storage. I think the Niphean team and myself have designed one of the best inflatable paddleboards on the market today. Price, versatility, and strength. You cannot go wrong with this board. Time and time again, I have proven that Niphean inflatable paddleboards are strong, versatile, stable, portable, and affordable. You cannot go wrong with Niphean inflatable paddleboards.
If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments below. Big shout out to Niphean Paddle Boards for making this possible. I couldn't have done it without you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.